Welcome back to the channel, people. Today, I will be talking about plumbers who make mistakes within the first year. We'll also be talking about how to price jobs properly, because I know that is an issue with a lot of us in 2026, how much you should be charging, and the reason why a lot of plumbing firms actually go down within the first year. So from my 23 years plus experience, I really hate saying that because it makes me feel like I'm old. I've been self-employed, I've been a teacher, but I've also been someone who's learned from my own mistakes. That's what I do on my channel. So make sure that you like, you subscribe, and you smash that bell, because I am 500 subscribers away from 5,000. I didn't think I'll be saying that so quickly, but I am saying it, people. So I want to make sure that you're around and listening. And if you are a plumber, gas engineer, or electrician, or just in construction, this conversation can definitely help, because someone of like myself, you don't get many tradespeople telling you just the honest truth about the trade, how it is, how difficult it is, obviously, to grow, but how important it is, because we all come to work to earn money, right? So let's get on with it. I've broken it down in some sections, and I'll be looking at my screen so I can, keep the flow of conversation. If you ever come to any of my lives before, you will realize this is how I do stuff. Just want to make sure the mic is turned up enough and you can clearly hear me. So we're going to start with earnings, right? Because it's a big topic. People like to talk about it. Me personally, I like to not talk about it so much, but hey, we're going to go for it today. So we're going to be talking about self-employed versus employed, right? And the incomes range from a different scale, depending on what type of work you do. A lot of people are tending to go down the self-employed route because ownership feels like I'm my own boss, I'll do what I want, but that is a lot of responsibility. It comes with a lot of pros and it comes with a lot of cons, right? But what I do want to say is that a good self-employed plumber might earn anything from 25,000 to 35,000, right? That's an employed plumber, sorry. So an employed plumber could earn that when they first start. So there is always money and scope. Depending on what type of work you do is going to depend on how much money you get and also the areas which you work in. But we're going to start to cover the areas at another point. Some self-employed people can have a massive range, anything from like £40,000 a year to £80,000. But it depends on how busy you are, and how busy you are, the frequent amount of jobs which you can do during your time. We all know that it is very difficult to travel up and down, but the key point is not to miss, that you bill for the hours when you're at work, so when you're not working as a plumber at any point, you're not getting paid, right? So some people who are self-employed, they might work a lot more hours compared to someone who is employed, which would be in the 9 to 5 hours, or you might work a shift, which might be a 12-hour shift. When I'm working a 12-hour shift, I'm definitely getting a lot more money than most people. That's my honest truth. But being busy and making money are two different things, right? There are a lot of tradespeople that specifically try to just be busy so it looks like they're earning a lot of money. But in hindsight, when you think about it, they're not. And I'll just be honest with you. A lot of us get into this job to just earn money, which, putting food on the table is necessary. But you need to think about how much you're willing to commit a proportion of your life for work, because it's very demanding, very, very demanding. So one big thing is which people don't talk about is pricing of jobs, right? And when I say pricing of jobs, yeah, the big mistake what a lot of people do is they price things too cheap. I've been a person who's priced my own hourly rate and my rate of what I'm charging people is very cheap just because I know people haven't got the money. Yeah. And I know that something what takes me, I don't know, half an hour, I thought, oh, I don't need to charge that much. But if I'm running a business and I'm self-employed, yeah, I do need to charge that much because I'm charging the rate of the business. When you're a plumber who just does the odd job and stuff like that, you might not be considering how much you could be charging, right? Someone might be looking like an outside tap or something like that, a bit tap, especially now at this time of the year, yeah? I think the last one I done, I charged someone 350 or 350 on their 450. It took me about 3 hours, right? Someone can say that's great money for a plumber, but it depends how far we had to travel. It depends on the area in particular. There are some areas which are classed as affluent areas in London, and people do charge a lot more than somewhere which was like, I don't know, Cheshunt or something like that. There might be just a general rate. So undercutting yourself, yeah. And what people oftenly forget when it comes to undercutting themselves in this business is factoring fuel, time, materials, and and those are the main things. So going to shops and getting material, it takes up time. You don't get paid for any of that time. When you've got to travel to places, yeah, the job what I might do, like the bit tap, it might take me 3 hours. But if it took me an hour to drive there, that altogether, that's 5 hours start to finish, right? So factor in all of those things into your day while doing your books at the same time and making sure that your prices match to the area. A lot of us don't know how to find out how to match these jobs, but if you go onto Google and you type in, I don't know, Cheshunt, or you type in Enfield or something, you can see how much the average plumber is charging in Enfield. So let's say the average plumber in Enfield's charging like 80 to 90 pounds an hour, right? But the average plumber who's working in Hammersmith is going to be charging a lot more money because it's central London, right? And the houses there are a lot more affluent. So it kind of looks like people got more money, basically. And the rate just goes higher. You're going to have to pay for parking. You're going to have to also pay for congestion as well. So these are things which I say to people, don't undercut yourself and undervalue yourself before you get to the job. We all want to win jobs as plumbers, as anyone within construction, but you feel sometimes like you should be going in at the lowest and that way you'll get the job. But there might be a point where you say, well, I can't spend ages on this job because I'm only earning £90 an hour. You got to make it make sense for you, yeah? You have to stay on your business and not be the cheapest person, because people who are the cheapest person, it doesn't mean that they're actually making money. Do you get it? We all know the little jobs add up, right? So if I do a bit tap, if I change a washer, if I get a radiator going and stuff like that, it's small little jobs. They add up at the end of the week. But if I undercut myself, I'd only be ending up with, say I had those 5 jobs and I only ended up with, I don't know, £500. Someone else might say, oh, that was a good day. That was a good, well, I had to go here, had to go there, had to go there. I spent £60 on petrol. I've spent £80 on materials doing those jobs. I've spent £20 on parking. When you start to do your books on how much it cost you, you will find out if it was actually worth it, right? And let's speak about one of your main driving forces, which is going to be your van, your tools, and theft. Yeah, because they all come into the same thing. So when you've got a van, you're of high risk of being broken into. Everybody knows that a tradesperson with a van, there's valuable stuff in there, right? So you got to protect it. Don't show it off on social media. Refrain from showing people the back of your van, right? There's something which I was taught a long time. When you're getting something out the van, you put your back towards the van and you open one of the doors. If you open the doors wide open, everyone on the street can see what's in the van. Your power tools, your tool bag, they know it's all there. One of my friends most recently had his tool bag nicked by someone who was using drugs. They called them crackheads. He looked around while he was doing the job and he said, "Oh, that's weird. That guy's got the same tool bag as me." That's because it's your tool bag, mate. He's took it out of your van. Your van is part of your business if you're a self-employed plumber. Your transport is your office at the same time. So you've got to treat it like that. You've got to respect your space, not invite people into your space who you think, it looks a bit dodgy. Keep these things to yourself and you will learn a lot of lessons from these things, people. Keep track of how much stock you have on your van, because a trip to the wholesalers wastes time. Believe me, I've got about 8 or 9 siphons because they're an easy job to do. And what might be a quick fix by me quickly running to Screwfix, I've got it now. It just doesn't waste any time. Time is very valuable. So your tools are part of your everyday use as anyone in construction or a plumber, right? My tools are very valuable to me. Someone else doesn't care if they pick up my livelihood, my tools. They don't. Unless I get insurance for my tools, and even if I did, my tools still have sentimental value to me. They don't have any value to anybody else. They will end up in cash converters at any time soon, and they'll end up on some market. I've met and I know about 20 tradespeople who have had their tools stolen from them over this period of time. Everybody's seen that big case, which was £2 million worth of stolen tools found in Ilford. In Ilford. That's not... I don't live in Ilford, yeah. I live in... Anyway, it doesn't matter where I live. I live not too far from there, yeah? And the tools were found there. I'm telling you, look after the tools because the tools look after you. Fit your van with some type of proper alarm, yeah? Anytime you do a job, take your tool bag, your power tools out of the van. Do not get into this routine of going into your house. Oh, I've had a hard day. Oh, I can't wait to sit down. Take your tools out. Take your tools out, because the one day you choose not to do it is the day someone's seen your van pull up and said, "You know what? I'm going to try that van." And I would not want any of my subscribers or any people who watch my channel for that to happen to them, because it happened to one of my best friends. He was very upset. It happened outside his house, not even on a job. And I asked him many a times, did you take the stuff out of there? No. The stuff was in the back of the van. They must have been watching you. They watched you go into your house, sit down and relax. Oh, he's not coming out now. We're going to go and get the van. I'm telling you, I would have been mortified. Absolutely. I would have been, yeah, for words. People, remember these things. It's easy to just go in your house and say, oh, the day's done now. We're done. So remember, thieves will break into your van. Your tools are things that you're going to use every single day to do simple jobs. Change a tap, need a spanner. Change a siphon or something. Oh, I need my wet vac out. I need, I don't know, some of you that might use a hand drill, a screwdriver. You need your tool bag out. You've carried it in and out. Make sure you lock the van. There are so many people who leave their vans open. Don't do it, people. Do not be one of those people who say to them, oh, did I lock the van? Go back and do it. Don't just think, oh, I've got to get on with the day. I've got to get this. Rushing about, yeah, will cause mistakes. You know, I see so many people running about every day. Oh, I've got to do this, got to do that, got to go. Take your time. Because one mistake during that time, yeah, can cost you so much. You know how much it is to replace tools on a van? A lot of money. I wouldn't even like to start replacing any of my hand tools, what I've got. Bear in mind all the power tools. Hell no. Hell to the no. Understand you're walking around or you're going around with a risk. Even if you've got a tool bag, make sure your tool bag's closed. I don't carry open tote bags and stuff like that because things can fall out. Right. Now we've got that out of the way. We need to talk about getting more work, location, SEO, and customers, right? Because this is where a lot of us go wrong. Think about it like this. When you're trying to get more customers, it would help if you've got some good Google reviews. A free business Google page sets you up. All of the business Google pages are free to open for everybody, right? Every time you do a job, if it's someone who's able to, you know, work the phone, counting that they're not very old people, send them a link to your business Google page. Ask them if they could write you a review, because that review, when people are looking at plumbers, they're going to say, oh, wow, you got 200 reviews on your page. Wow, you must be good. And what that is, that's your online CV for the next customer. Today in 2026, visibility matters. Visibility. Just like you lot have come onto YouTube to watch me talk, I'm visibly out there. Do you get it? Make sure that you guys are doing exactly the same thing, and girls. Most plumbers make that mistake. I'm old school, mate. I don't do the internet. I don't do all that stuff. And don't do... How do you do your banking? How do you do your betting? How are you watching this video? You're online. Do you get it? Don't make excuses for the reasons why you can't be seen by your next customer. Customers love to see other reviews, what other customers have written about yourself. When you go onto my business Google page, which is Mr. London Plumber, you guys can check it out after this video. You will see customers write great things about me. He's very respectful. He turned up on time. If you're looking for a great plumber, he's the guy for you. This is speaking volumes about my work. Your online presence is consistent. Like, people don't understand how important it is when you come to a job. You take pictures before, you take pictures after. You could post those pictures in your Instagram, Facebook, LinkedIn, Snapchat, if you do that. But all of these social media platforms help people understand what type of jobs you do, and they're showing obviously your skill from the start to the finish. These pictures are very powerful. They paint a picture for every single customer to see you. So make sure you do it. Get into the routine of doing it. Post your work. The amount of times I've posted my work, which might be, I've changed a tap, I've changed some pop-up waste for people. Oh, I want that done. I didn't know what that thing was called, but I saw that video, what you done, mate, and I need that done at my house. Can you do it? Yes, no worries. That's an advert. Advertising my services. You know, we live in a time where people are online today. People are going to find you and hire you from your online experience. I'm lucky. I've been in social media a long time. I don't have any problems talking to the camera. And I know how to promote my work, what I'm doing. So at times, I might make a day in my life. I might make a before and an after. I might narrate, which is just talking over a video of me working, explaining what I'm doing, because Mrs. Smith wants something done, but she's not sure if you could do that. But she's seen you explain that and is very confident within contacting you and saying, hi, Danny from Mr. London Plumber. I saw your work, what you done there. Just wondering, do you cover these areas? Yeah, I do cover these areas. Great. I've got a job at my house. I would like you to do it because I saw the work, what you done. You was very clean and tidy. You used dust sheets. You tidied up. I actually looked on your business Google page and you got some really good reviews from customers. And I was just wondering if I could book you. I even have something which is called Sum Up, which is something extra, which I'm going to tell you about. So if you go onto my Instagram page, yeah, which is linked in the description box below, you can do all this at the end. Sum Up is a calendar which syncs up towards my calendar on my phone, and it tells people the days and the times when I'm free. Let me see if I can try and get it up for you right now, because it makes sense in me showing you. Because saying is one thing, doing is another thing. I'm trying to make sure I list out all of these things in the correct order so I can show you. Right, it's popped up. So this is my Sum Up, and it shows my call out fee, which is £180. If we go down, I've got a list of the services which I provide, all of them, so my customers can see, and they can click on low water pressure. They want a bath installed. They want a basin installed. They've got a toilet which needs unblocking. They've got an electric shower which needs to be installed. They've got a booster pump what needs to be installed. TMVs, mixers, gutters, slow running drain, toilet which needs to be unblocked, no hot water, toilet not flushing, blocked toilet. These are all simple services which we can all put together, you know, and it makes it easy. So let's just click on one so I can show you what it's like. So this is all free, you know, and I don't work for Sum Up. This is just me telling my audience something you can do and put in a link in your bio, which will make your profile look very professional, right? So let's say it's an emergency call out. No, let's do another one because it. Oh, right. Let me go back. Emergency call out, yeah? So all the customer has to do is click to the side. What day would you like this emergency call out on? Let's say tomorrow, Wednesday, on the 3rd. What time would you like it to be? And it's got 8 o'clock and it will go to 1 o'clock. So they can click on the time. They can set their information in there, and all that person's information gets sent to me via email. And I can now contact that person and say, hi, Mrs. Smith, you've inquired about having me coming out on a call out. You live in such and such area. You've briefly explained the problem. let's confirm the booking and let's lock it in. What I don't do and what I can do from this app is obviously take a down payment from people, but that is choice, right? I don't do that, but you can do it. And this is all free, people. So it's a great way to have like an online assistant which is going to book in my appointments, and that way I can get on with my day. People can book me and I can book myself out on that calendar to say, oh, on Thursday and Friday I'm not working. So I'll book that time up so nobody can actually schedule and book it in. It does actually work. You do actually get the messages via email straight to your email address, and you can now contact the customer. And on another thing, what loads of people don't talk about, and what is very important for any plumbing business, is to have these contacts. So SumUp will send you, it's got a spot where it says, so if we do it again, I'll show you one more time. So I've clicked on radiator, yeah, not getting hot, right? So let's click on it. What day do we want to do? Let's say the 10th of this month, which is a Wednesday. And let's say Mrs. Jones wants to book it on 10 o'clock a.m., right? So she can book it in there and it will open up to another page. So I'll just show you one more time. So that's the page what it takes her to. So I will get her information, her name, her phone number, her address, and she can put a comment underneath there, which will tell me what the problem is. But what I'm able to do from the back end of that, when it gets sent to my email address, is I'm able to put all of these contacts on a database. Having a database as a plumbing company is powerful. You know, repeat customers and customers who need your services are the way that you're going to win today. Most people prefer, like customers, prefer to go to plumbers who they've been to before. Do you get it? But now you're starting to get a catalogue of customers. You're going to get a catalogue of people who have used you before. You're going to now have something for you to be able to contact people with. If me personally, if I was doing something like a paid prescription, like I said to people, look, it's £30 a year, and if you spend £30, like we'll do you one free call out and whatever other problem in between. It's a great idea, but if I don't have any customers to market it to, who the hell am I marketing it to? Nobody. But with SumUp, I've actually got people's phone number. I've got people's email address as well. So I'm able to contact them. Do you get it? You're building an ecosystem, but you're not building an ecosystem if you go out there and you just do job, knock, job, knock, job, knock. No reviews. Think about your business. Think about how you're promoting yourself. And I know a lot of you that will say, oh, I'm too busy to promote myself. I'm too busy to do social and all that. Oh, it's not my thing and all that. Really? Get over yourself. This is business nowadays. I'm just telling you the mistakes what people make. Like, don't shoot the messenger. So let's speak about the mistakes what plumbers make. Generally, it's pricing. And I say pricing because they undercut themselves. We are so hungry to get a job that we'll do it for, let's say, the average unblocking a toilet is anything from 120 to like 150, 160, right? Just depends where you lot guys are. And I don't do it for any less than that, right? Someone's going to say they'll do it for 50 quid. They're undercutting themselves, depending on how far they are away from that job. Tools is one of those things as well, because it's a big mistake what new plumbers do. Oh, I'm going to go out and get all the Milwaukee stuff. I'm going to go and get this. I'm going to go and get that. half of them tools you won't use on a regular. So they're sitting in the back of your van or sitting in your shed catching dust. Be real with you. Yeah? Be mindful of what you spend on. One of the other biggest mistakes, what new plumbers do, is business mindset. They don't have any. They want to start a business. They want to be the boss. They want to be the person that goes around and does the jobs. But if you're starting a plumbing business, you have to have a business mindset. Your mindset has to be focused on turnover, how much profit the business is making, how your books look to the month before, your overheads, how much things are costing you. Do you rent an office space? How much it costs you to run the van? Can you not buy a more fuel efficient van? Could you not go to other plumbing merchants what give you a better discount? These things need to be spoken about on how to run a business, guys, because you can't run a business as if like you're just running a one-man shop. Doesn't work like that. And those who do run a one-man shop, yeah, they don't get to a certain point because they don't know how to run a business. They got a mindset of a worker, not a mindset of someone who has a business. When you're in business mindset, you're thinking about something which is called scale. Scaling your business is growing it. When you hear people talk about, I want to grow my plumbing business, you don't understand because you're not using the right terminologies, which is in this business, right? I'm just looking at my list, seeing if I forgot anything. Yes, I did. Burnout is a real thing. I said to you before that a lot of us say yes to a lot of things at the beginning because we want. Got to pay bills, got to do this, got to do that. It's cool, chill out. Learn how to say no. Some jobs, it don't make sense you doing them. I've been on one of those jobs and I said to myself, shit, I shouldn't have took this fucking job, you know. It's a nag. I've spent more time here. I thought it was going to be a 2-3 hour job. I've been here half a day. Doesn't make me a shit plumber. It's just that I said yes to everything and I might be fatiguing. I might be tired because I've just come from 4 jobs before this. Oh, no way, I'll quickly go and do that job. Burnout is real. You will burn out very quickly in this industry if you don't learn how to say no. Another thing I want to tell you, which is a big mistake, which I see people do, they don't treat the business like a business. They treat it like a job, like every day. Every day, I just do this, do that, do this. You have to treat your trade like a business. Do you get it? It's a business now. I always ask people, you know, what's the best advice what you could give someone who's first starting? And this is the point we're at the video now. My advice is you don't need every tool to get started. You need to think about the services, what you can do today, and the services which are actually making money. Like, I wouldn't start promoting myself as a plumber who does guttering because it's seasonable. Just like a gas engineer, it's a seasonable job because you have a high period, which is the winter, and you have a down period, which is the summer. People haven't got their heating on. Do you get it? So whatever business you're trying to reach, whether it's being a specialist within heating and ventilation, whether it's doing bathrooms and refurbs, look at the market, study it. You can go online and you can say, you can type it in Google. When do most people buy bathroom suites? Is it in the winter or is it in the summer? Is it in the autumn or is it in the spring? It will tell you, it will show you like a little graph. But there are a lot of people that just can't be bothered to do it. They just think, I'm going to pop up, start a company, and people are going to start using you. Again, if nobody knows you're there, who's going to use you? Are you going to use a business you've never heard of? Or are you going to use a business which has got reviews, has got active pictures online, has got someone posting about their work, and has got like this sum up system, which I just showed you earlier, which is totally free? Oh, you've got a nice back end to your office, and it was very easy to reach you because he was very accessible. We booked appointment in, he came round, he was able to give us a quote. We was happy with the quote, we agreed on it. That's the chain of the way how to go, people. You know, a lot of people are never going to tell you how to organize this business, even for yourself, to profit for yourself. It's a thing where you've got to learn. You got to know where your next customer's coming from. Sometimes I don't even know where my next customer's coming from. But being consistent online, being visible, making sure that I have an IP, making sure that I post content every single day helps my business and stopped my business from going down at the beginning. You know, I was very consistent with showing up online. I was very consistent with engaging with people who are on Instagram, Facebook, and YouTube as well. I've got jobs from YouTube as well. Like by talking, just being myself, putting myself out there, but also making sure that people see me. If anybody wants any more breakdowns when it comes to trade talk and conversation, I would like you to let me know in the comment section below, because these are all my thoughts, people. These are all things which I've learned, made mistakes, had to rectify, and realized what I was doing wrong, sorry. And when I realized what I'm doing wrong, I tell my community, I'd be very open and honest. There is no school for this business to learn it. But once you learn the trade, you got to learn the things which are going to make you money. So undercutting yourself and understanding the average price of a job, which there are loads of websites what tell you, you know, Tracker Trader, all these types of things will give you a basic ballpark what you should be charging per day. So they say for a full day rate, it's like £500, anything from 5 to like 350, depending on where you live, right? So that's a full day's worth of work. If you've got a full day's worth of work, whether it's a radiator, and then you're going to put in a basin, and then you're going to put in the taps on it, and then you're probably going to put in a toilet, that might take you a full day. 2 hours there, 2 hours there, 2 hours there, let's say. That's your full day done. That's your 5. You might even do it for 450. I don't know what you lot are doing. But you've got to figure out a price. There are lots of benchmarks for people to be able to look at online, but you have to ask yourself, factor in the things which cost you money. It costs me fuel, it costs me materials, and it costs me parking to get there. So then I can factor in all of those things plus my price. That is going to be my price. Nobody talks about breakdowns and how much things cost. People love to tell you how much they earn every day as a plumber and all that. But your earning for one day isn't the week, isn't the month. You have one good day. You need consistent good days. So if you have any questions, please do ask me. Like I said, join this community. In my community, we are closely approaching 5,000 subscribers. I can't believe it. It took time. On my page, I always give honesty. I tell people, you know, where I've messed up, because I'm human, people, man. We all are. We're all going to learn from my mistakes. Sometimes you have to fuck things up to get it right, to learn stuff. And that's not a bad thing as well. because none of us were born tradespeople. You learnt it. I learnt off of good tradespeople, having good standards, practicing good practices like bringing in your dust sheet, making sure you've got a plumb tub, making sure that you've got thumbnails if you're doing radiators and stuff, yeah? Have I got them behind me? I don't think they're in my other tool bag. But making sure you've got these types of things to hand. Preparing yourself before you go to a job. Making sure that your tool bag is tidy and ready for the next job. Making sure that your van is not a fucking tip at the back of it. Do you get it? Present yourself properly. When you look at your job after you do it, stand back before you ask the customer and ask yourself truly and honestly, would I pay X for this? And if the answer is yes, go ahead. But don't undercut yourself. Understand that you can't do every single job. And learn from your mistakes, people. And if you've got any questions, I'm here, Mr. London Plumber. Make sure you like, share, and subscribe, people. We just broke it down here. Apprentice here, level 2. I'm here, my guy. Respect, bro. Big up the apprentices as well coming through, because they are the new generation of the plumbers today. We've always got to support them. I also have got a free PDF, which is called 50 of the most common plumbing faults. If you message me on Instagram, which my Instagram is in the description box below, I can send you my free copy of 50 most common plumbing faults. And it tells you the materials, what you need, O-rings, washers, all that good stuff, wet vac, tools and stuff like that. It's a PDF which I can send you, which you can just get up on your phone and you're able to work out most of the 50 common faults what plumbers face when they get to jobs. So message me on Instagram, fault. My name is exactly how it's spelt here, and I will send you the link to that. All you got to do is message me, fault, and you can get that free PDF if you're looking to venture out and start your own business, but you're unsure with a little bit of confidence. This PDF will reinstall the confidence within you. It will tell you some of the most common faults and how to fix them and what they might be, right? Because we all get nervous when we're on the job. I'm just trying to make it easy for you guys. And remember, this PDF is totally free. You do not have to pay anything. You can download it onto your phone. You can access it. It's got different pages on it. And it's 50 of the most common faults. It will get you out of a pickle if anybody's watching this video. Appreciate you guys for coming in, watching the live. Smash that like button because I see you all. Join the community because this is about plumbing, real talk, real conversations, and helping our next generation, period. So if you're on your MVQ level 2 and you want that PDF, just hit me up on Instagram. I've got an automated system which will send you that PDF straight to your phone. You can download it, you can open it, you can use it. My name is Mr. London Plumber. It's been great. This has been a good live. Again, I'm here just to always give people advice. I'm out.